The never-ending saga of shit going wrong with my bike. Let's get into it. So yesterday morning, I fixed all the wiring issues that were going on with my bike. Got the rear fender on, got it all buttoned up. It was running great. Rode it to work. Worked a full day. When I left work, my buddy Mark was also leaving, and he rides a Suzuki Hayabusa, so we had a nice little ride back to our neighborhood together. I decided to stop off at one of our local stores to get some tortillas. Everybody loves tortillas. As soon as I pulled into the parking lot, I smelled gas. And I looked down on the ground, I saw these little drips. And that's not uncommon on a really hot day. Like, gas expands. It has to vent out of your tank, especially if your tank is full. My tank wasn't full. So I didn't feel like it was my vent line dripping. And so I pulled into a parking space, shut the bike off, got everything off of it really fast, and I still smelled gas. So I got everything off the bike, and I kind of crouched down and I was looking at the engine, looking at the exhaust, looking under the tank, and I saw little drips dropping down onto the exhaust and onto the engine. Now, it was a very hot engine. I was very lucky that my bike didn't go up in flames. I almost turned into Ghost Rider yesterday. So I called the fire department, had them come check it out, just on the off chance that it did go up in flames. I had no way of putting it out. By the time they got out there wasn't any more gas dripping. So I think that it's pressure induced. Possibly a loose fuel line, a clamp may have come loose. Worst case scenario, it's gonna be like an O-ring in one of the fuel injectors. I don't know. So today, I'm gonna drain the gas tank, I'm gonna pull the tank off, and I'm gonna inspect the fuel system. I just like to have the bike upright whenever I'm doing any kind of work on the tank, because it just makes it easier. First thing I'm gonna do is drain the gas out of the tank into this gas can so that if there's a leak underneath the tank, it's not dripping all over everything. Hopefully there's not more than a gallon of gas in here, because that's about how big my gas can is. Going on the other side, so make sure I don't miss any. Sounds like the tank is empty. We'll see. Yeah, I didn't spill any gas. How about that? I really hate taking this gas tank off. When I first got this bike, after about 45 miles, it stopped starting. I must have taken the tank on and off at least 20 times. It's a pain, but gotta do what you gotta do. And the tank comes off. Anytime I take the gas tank off this bike, I use it as an opportunity to clean the throttle bodies, because that's one of the characteristics of these old Victories, these steel frame bikes, is that the throttle bodies get dirty, and that can result in a poor idling and poor performance. So it's been probably about a year since I cleaned them, so I try to do it at least yearly, every other oil change if I can. So I'm going to pop this little panel off, and the throttle bodies are underneath these tubes, and these come out really easy. Just lift and twist, and they pop out. If you look out down in there, there's some black soot looking stuff, and that needs to just be wiped out. These really aren't too bad. I'm just gonna give them a quick wipe down and call it good. And all that. Like I said, they weren't too bad, and that's because I clean them regularly. If you never ever clean these, ooh, these are gonna be nasty. After a couple of years, you know, a couple, 20, 30,000 miles of not cleaning, ooh, I hate to be that guy. The bike would be running like garbage. All right, I'm gonna get all this put back together. I got a new fuel line for my gas tank, and hopefully that is what was causing the leak. Oh, looks like one of my hoses came off. That might have been one of the issues too. glad I found that. Let me zoom this out, I'll show you what happened. So right down over here, when I got to the bike, this was like this. And I'm wondering if that has anything to do with my issue earlier. I wonder why that came off. And it's a little bit wet too. That should be nice and secure on there. Well, got that fixed. This fuel line is all cracked. Over here, I went to the local auto store and I picked up a new fuel line. The other one was pretty much toast. This one is by Gates and it's rated for 225 PSI and it's a fuel injection line. I'm gonna roll with this, see if this fixes it. If it doesn't, then I've got some more digging to do, but I think and hope that this new line will do the trick. I just got to get it all reinstalled on this bike. I'm not going to take it for a very far test ride. I'm just going to ride it around the neighborhood so I have it close and check for any leaks when I get it back to the house. So I got it back to the house and started inspecting everything, and thankfully did not see any gas drops, did not smell any gas fumes coming off the bike. It seems as though that the new fuel line solved the problem. Only time will tell. I'm gonna still kind of do some test riding next couple days, give it maybe another 100, 150 miles, put it through some different conditions just to make sure that this was the repair that I needed to do. But from the looks of it, I think that solved the problem. And folks, if you stuck around to the end of this video, just know I'm very proud of you. I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for checking out MCmoto.